Let's take a look at working together problems. First, let's lay a little groundwork. If it takes you 3 hours to do a job, what fraction of the job do you get done each hour? I'm hoping you said 1/3. So you do 1/3 this hour, 1/3 the next, 1/3 to next. So in 3 hours, you've got 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, or all of it, one of the job done. Now, if it takes you T hours to do a job, what fraction of the job do you get done each hour? Just as before, it's 1 over however long it takes you to do the job, because it's T hours. So if we add together T of these fractions, 1 over T, 1 over T, 1 over T, 1 over T, however many is necessary, to then get T of them, together they equal 1. Just as 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3, 3 of the 1/3s give you 1. That's that same idea. Now, what if you are given your rate with relationship to someone else? So if it takes you 3 less hours to do a job than it takes Joe, what fraction of the job do you get done each hour? Well, Joe, you don't know his rate. So let's just call his rate J. So how long does it take you to do the job? Every hour, you're going to do J minus 3. And in the same way, you could add that many of those together, just as we did here, to get one whole job done. Let's look at a problem. Please read through this, pause the video, write it down in your notes. Don't forget to write this chart in your notes as well, and then hit play when that is done. Welcome back. So Patrice by himself can paint 4 rooms, so that's the job, painting 4 rooms, in 10 hours. He can do the job in 10 hours. How much can he get done in 1 hour? 1 out of 10. So now let's take a look. If he hires April to help, they can do the same job together in 6 hours. So together, they can do the job in 6 hours, or every hour they get 1/6 done. Now, how fast can April do the job? Well, it doesn't tell you that. And that's actually what it's asking you to find out. If he lets April work alone, how long will it take her to paint 4 rooms or complete the job? So we call April's rate T, and every hour she can get 1 over T of the job done. Now, when we look at how much of a job we can get done, we can add down here, add it together to say that every hour Patrice does 1/10 of the job, April does 1 over T of the job, and 1/6 of the job gets done, because together they can do it in 6 hours. And this is the together part where we add that together. Let's write that down in an equation. So we get 1 over 10 plus 1 over T equals 1 over 6. Well, we've got a variable in the denominator, so we're going to need to clear the fractions. To do that, we need the LCD. We know we need a T. Now, what is the smallest number that both 6 and 10 divide? 6 does not divide 10, so we always take the bigger one. Let's double that. 20. Does 6 divide 20? No. 30. Does 6 divide 30? Yes. So 30T is the LCD. There is another way to find LCDs using factors. If you would like to know how to do that, you can come and see me in the office. Now, we have to multiply by the LCD. Remember that LCD was 30T. So we multiply here by 30T, and that's over 1. Here, 30T over 1. I'm just going to use without the parentheses because that's getting a little ugly. And then multiply this one as well. Don't forget that right-hand side. That's the easiest piece to forget. And now we get to divide out any common factors. 10 divides 10 one time. it divides 30 3 times, and that T comes along for the ride. You might want to write it above just so you don't forget it. For the next term, T divides T one time. It divides this T one time. And on the far right, 6 divides 6 one time and divides 30 5 times. And again, we have that T. Don't forget that. Let's simplify this. The first term, 1 times 3t is 3t. Denominator is 1 times 1. So that's 3t over 1, which is just 3t. 1 times 30, we get 30 over 1 times 1, which is just 1. Again, we can leave it as 30. And on the right-hand side, denominator is still 1 by 1. So we've cleared all the fractions. That was our point of multiplying by the LCD. And then 1 times 5t gives us 5t. This is much nicer than we've seen recently. Let's go ahead and subtract 3t from both sides. When you do that, we get 30 on the left, and on the right, we get 2t. Let's now divide both sides by that 2. We want to do the opposite, 2 times t. We want to divide by 2 to get rid of that 2. It divides out. And 2 divides 2 one times and divides 30 15 times. So 15 equals t. By the way, remember that also is 15. T equals 15. Oh, the t, if you recall, was April's rate. And so what that is saying is that April can paint those 4 rooms in 15 hours. And that's it.